If you were to volunteer for Citizen Improv, what we would ask of you is that you have some idea of some stories you want to tell. If you don't have an idea, we can certainly provide you with topics to think about. But thus far, all of the citizens have kind of just come up with stories, stories that belong to their grandparents, stories about funny things that happened to relatives of theirs, stories about the birth of their children, anything really will do. It's all about the meaningfulness of the story to you. You tell 3 stories. Between each of the stories you tell, we improvise some scenes. And then at the end of the show, you have an epilogue, which kind of is a summary of all your thoughts.
Again, as I say, I had very little idea what to expect. I've never seen this form used in the past. I've never talked to anybody who's been in my position of that is of telling the stories. So all I had to go on was what I'd been told might happen and my own imagination.
What I liked is when I walked into the club, you know, it's not like I was treated like a rock star, but I was treated in a very friendly fashion, and I was made to feel very comfortable. John, the guy who was emceeing the evening, went over with me blow by blow exactly what was going to happen, where I would be, where I would sit, how I would know when it was time to start telling the next story, and how the mechanics of it would work. It was very nice to go down to the basement and have a sort of a talk through of how the evening was going to go with the entire cast.
Cool. Okay, so for everyone, this is again how the show works real quickly. We're going to start off, I'll go up there and introduce the show, exactly kind of what it is, what's going to happen. And then I'm going to introduce you. You will come on as our Citizen Improv and do your first monologue. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Askins. Yeah. Whenever you're done, you just walk off the stage. There'll hopefully be a little bit of applause, and we'll go into the first scene. We'll do about 3 or 4 scenes off that.
That was the thing that was the most impressive to me and that I most appreciated was how creatively and how cleverly and how instantaneously people were able to take the material that I'd thrown out through the narrative that I'd provided, the story that I'd told, and simply come up on stage and begin, obviously, the process of improvising a completely similar and different take on that same story.
You get to be the star. You get to be the center of attention. You're the only one on stage for a little while at least, but the success of the evening is then the responsibility of the improv actors. They have the hard work. They have to do the heavy lifting to make the evening work.
It's cool to be part of something where the art form is being made right before your eyes. You're seeing us generate art on the spot. It's disposable because it goes away, but that's really the point of it, is that you have to be there for it to participate in it.
I certainly felt like this process was at its heart collaborative and led to something which I think represented a synergy that couldn't have come about in any other form. The
performers love doing Citizen Improv. I think it's everybody's new favorite show to do because they get a chance to, you know, play pretty straight and simple and fun moments, and really, more so than any other show, are relieved of the burden of trying to be hysterically funny. Every Citizen Improv we've done has been extremely funny, but it's a warm hug of a kind of show as opposed to like a, you know, rock and roll show. Ann Arbor has just the right amount of openness for this place to really work. People are willing to try new things, people are looking for new things, people are looking for things that are interesting. And improv fits into that. Improv is new and interesting. It's artistic without being pretentious. It's fun without being completely goofy and silly. It's committed without taking itself too seriously. And I think in a lot of ways that's Ann Arbor at its best, is commitment without taking yourself too seriously. Whenever people are knocking Ann Arbor, I think it's because we're taking ourselves too seriously around here. And you know, we need to realize that we're good people and our hearts are in the right place, but we don't have to have a dour look on our face either. It's one stage with a million possibilities.
I don't know. Let's do it. Okay, let's start the shot.